What does me signing with the Chicago Bulls have to do with your business and your life? We'll find out in a second. You know, one of the questions I get quite often is, how can I really excel my business and life? What is something that is the key factor to making sure that, you know, I reach top success or I reach levels of success that I really desire? And the answer is there are multiple things that go into your success, and your business is unique to you, your life is unique to you. But there is a simple answer as well. And even though there's a very complex thing that we could all talk about, but there's also something that's very simple that we can talk about as well. And in order to explain it, I'm going to have to go back and delve into my past. And one of the things that a lot of people know about me is that I actually played my way onto the world champion three-peat Chicago Bulls, which means that I actually played my way in and I was like a walk-on. To answer this question very simply, I'm going to delve back. One day I stood up and I was in line at the Chicago Bulls training camp, and I looked down the line and there was 67 guys, plus me for one jersey. That's right, for one spot on the team. And at that moment, making it, there were several things that came into play that allowed me to make that team. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell you exactly what those are. So there was three things that were key to me being able to make that team with those types of circumstances. See, most people think that success is the moment you arrive and the threshold that you cross, and everything's built up for that moment. Indeed it is, but success is not the moment you get there. Success includes the journey that it took you to get there. And that's what most people forget, and that's why they're not focused on the right thing. They're all focusing on the big splash. Well, in reality, in order for me to make it to the World Championship Chicago Bulls, which was a complete blessing for me and my family, there were three things that were major keys. The first thing you must do is choose. That's right. Number one is choose. Now, many people might say, well, what do you mean by choosing? I've already chosen that I want a great life and I want to, do this and I want to do that. Well, listen, first of all, choosing and deciding are two different things, okay? So when you hear someone says, I've decided to, well, deciding leaves one foot in and one foot out. It allows you the pondering of something, and you can always retract on it. Well, when you choose, when you see Olympic athletes that are like Michael Phelps, that are actually, doing what he's doing and breaking records and 23, 24 medals, whatever it is that he ended up getting. When you see top level boxers and other types of athletes, guys like Jordan and a lot of, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, all of these great athletes, when you see them doing something, most people have seen a choice that they have made years in the past. So the first thing you must do to be successful in your business and life is you must choose to be successful. And once you choose, you cross the line, you burn that bridge, and retreating is not an option. It's all about going forward and doing everything it takes to go forward. Okay, number two. Number two is you must transform. That's right, transformation is so critical. Listen, when I was standing in the line of the three-peat champion World Chicago Bulls training camp, and I'm sitting there and there were 67 guys competing for one spot, not only did I have to make a choice again and reminded myself of the choice that I make, but I had to transform to get to that point to be the player that I needed to be. And that's not something that happened in the moment there at that point in time. It happened years prior, and the evolution of that process happened step by step, day by day, hour by hour, year by year, until I got to that point. And so because I chose first, I put all of my energy in on the choice that I'd made. So from picking up a basketball my first time, my 10th grade year in high school, to actually signing on the world champion Chicago Bulls team that year with Jordan and the rest of the amazing team that I played with, there was about 7.5 years. So that was a very condensed time frame. So when I looked at my businesses, and as you look at your business, you can do things, extreme things in short time frames, okay, to where you can accelerate your business. Now, I'm talking 7.5 years, but that was a major feat. Most of you are dealing with things that you can make a critical choice, an important choice, and then transform yourself into that point where you need to be in a very short time based on not going backwards, not having one foot out the door, putting it all in at the same time. So in order to transform, it requires you to literally beat on your craft every single day, every single moment, every single time you get an opportunity, and every single time you make an opportunity, which is your choice to do so, you have to beat on that craft, and you have to do whatever it takes to make you issue the results out of your system, your body, your life, whatever you're trying to do, and you need to measure those results. If it's not measured, you can't count it. And so in the transformation process, you have to transform into the person you need to be. You have to transform your business into what it needs to be. And that takes a process. Sometimes it's a short time, sometimes it's a little bit longer, but the whole point is you need to transform. It's like a butterfly that starts off as a larva, and eventually it cocoons itself, and then eventually it spawns, and the next thing you know is this beautiful butterfly. Well, your business can be that beautiful butterfly. Your life can be that beautiful butterfly, and that powerful butterfly that allows you to do things. You could spread your wings like an eagle and soar, right? But it takes you to transform in order to do so. I talk about transformation as well in my book. Now, let's move on to number 3, okay? Number 3, the third most critical thing that you must do in order to excel your business in your life and reach the levels of success that you want is you must achieve, okay? You must achieve. You must go all in. It's the act of achieving. It's going all in. It's the action word. And so in order to do that, you have to take all of the moments that you've had, the time that you've transformed, being in your craft day in and day out. Listen, when I had the opportunity, and at that moment, I made that choice again, that I'm not going home. There's 67 guys here that's competing for this jersey, but so am I, and I'm going to get it. It was now time for me to act. It was now time for me to achieve. So I had to go all in. If you second guess, you're out. If there's any doubt, you're out. There's no question in your mind that needs to be there when you start achieving. But the only way you can achieve is if you first choose. Secondly, you must transform on a day-to-day basis, beating on your craft. And then thirdly, you will be able to achieve. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. I look forward to giving you more content in the future. Don't forget to subscribe up here at the top. Also, too, don't forget to look at the next videos that I have in line. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My handle is @jcourt40. If you want the book, the best-selling book, go to joecourtneyonline.com. There'll also be a link here below as well. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching.